Good evening to you once again. It is 7:06 p.m. Thursday evening. Taking around 3 here as the trailing end, the southern end of these storms of this early out ahead of the front system is now picking up some momentum down here to the south. Probably of a lot more interest to some of our viewers, and so we'll go ahead and take a look. I'm talking about Osawatomie and Paola, just about to approach the 69 corridor over there in Kansas. So what you can see on the left is reflectivity. That's your thunderstorm and telling us where heaviest showers are going to be, possibly with some hail popping up. But I think what you need to know is actually lighting up over here on the right side of your screen. And I want to come into the Aubrey area here. I'm talking about Aubrey, Antioch Road, right here, 69 Highway. You all know this area. These are some strong wind gusts right now. They've just dropped down below about 50 miles per hour, but they were holding steady there for quite some time there around Aubrey. So I think the way that these are tracking, I'm still looking at velocity over here on the right side. I think we're talking about Belton and Raymore. I see winds there probably going to pick up. Just getting ready to along South Cleveland Avenue here, just off to the west of Riverview Estates. I think you will see some strong winds picking up. And then as we look up and down 69 Highway, I do see winds just to the west of you all in Wea and Lewisburg at this hour. This is 7:08 p.m. So backing out, we can kind of see warnings right now are picking up. Just one second here. There we go. Warnings are picking up all the way over through Lewisburg and Wea. So now encapsulating 69 Highway in its entirety there until just north of Lynn Valley. So you guys do have a strong thunderstorm over here right now, just about to pick up heavier in Osawatomie. So heaviest activity right now, there's 355th Street just off to the southwest of Osawatomie. Here's 359th, and here's 7 Highway just south of Osawatomie. You guys have a strong thunderstorm. But again, the main issue being these winds out on the leading edge of this thunderstorm. And so that is right now very strong winds up and down 169 Highway in Osawatomie at this time. And so that's what we have moving off toward. Let me go ahead and play this. It's been kind of a battle between east and northeast, so a little bit more east than northeast at this hour. So I absolutely see it. I am paying attention to the little hook there. It's a big broad hook. I'm not too worried about that type of motion this evening, but again, we'll pay attention. We'll pay attention to everything tonight, right? Just to put everybody's minds at ease. But these are strong thunderstorms. Let's go ahead and take a look at what hail is doing right now. You will see some small hail, possibly up to about 3/4 inch, half to 3/4 inch size. So if you're in Paola right now, yeah, batten down the hatches, because just off to your west, there is strong hail right now. You don't need me to tell you that. If you're over West 311th Street, Osawatomie Road, so it's just getting ready to pummel Lookout Road and Lone Star there, just to the north of West 309th Street. So just off to the west of Paola for strong hail right now. Let's see if we have any other hail down here, and we do. Just about to enter our warned polygon. This is off to the north and west. Probably missed this coming through Lane. So I do see hail right now in the half-inch plus category moving along, possibly Stanton Road, just north of West 379th Street. So that is what you have over here on the Kansas side at this hour. We will have to see, because these are strong winds, we will have to see what happens moving across over into the Missouri side. But right now, I think something would be extended. I think we will possibly see some weather statements, if not another warning. And that would come out for probably Cleveland, Freeman, Lake Annette, stretching over towards Harrisonville, maybe even picking up along 49 over towards 291. North of Harrisonville, south of maybe Peculiar in that area. We'll just have to keep watching over the next few minutes, and you can stay and watch that with me here. Drop me a comment. Let me know where you are watching from, and I can pay attention to your area. Always happy to do that. This is going to be the way of the forecast. You've heard me say a couple of times in tonight's live streams, everybody's going to get thunderstorms really over the next few days. We're just not all going to get them at the same time. And so this little cluster down here, I've been watching for the last couple of hours. We were paying attention up in Kansas City, which we can go up to now and see that Kansas City, you're all but done. I do see some more stuff rolling through later tonight. So we're talking down here on the Kansas side right now, where we are seeing some anywhere anywhere from 1/4 inch to 3/4 inch hail and some 50 to 60 mile per hour wind gusts just about to overtake 69 highway. So while that is going on, I'm waiting to see if that warning will be extended over into west central Missouri. I think that we can go ahead and can I pull up? Yeah, data for you to look at. Here we go. So tonight, this is about 11 p.m. midnight that I do see Kansas City getting another line of thunderstorms, and I just wanted to go ahead and show this. Let me go ahead and play that for you. Moving along I-70 there, dropping down around Warrensburg on its way over towards Columbia and points to the south a little bit more central Missouri. But waking up time tomorrow, I do see showers and thunderstorms originating. I think they're going to kick off down here, say, between... Oh, there we go. Archie, Butler, Rich Hill, down to Metz, Richard. I think this is where thunderstorms are going to start off. Possibly 8, 9, 10 tomorrow morning. And they continue. They're just going to pop up and redevelop through the day. I think they're going to sag a little bit further south through tomorrow afternoon. So plan on thunderstorms in east central Kansas, but definitely west central Missouri looking at tomorrow. So back over to live radar for you now. Do still see wind profiles. I am seeing the strongest wind gusts right now, right in here south of Wea. So Schweitzer Road starting to drop off there, but Antioch Road headed over toward Knoll. So I think wind is getting ready to pick up. Take notice over here in Mission Road and State Line Road south of about 205th Street, which is right there. So know that. That's where I'm seeing the wind is up along the leading edge of this thunderstorm, now over Wea, headed toward Cleveland as well. As this slants off to the south and the west, though, Lewisburg, take notice. I think Lewisburg in the next 10 to 20 minutes, you do have a strong thunderstorm. Rain is just starting to pick up out to your west. So I do see strong activity over Paola right now. There's the Walmart in Paola. I can't give you a better landmark. Here to serve, right? Everybody knows where the Walmart is. There's the Miami County Medical Center. So storm motion with this is off to the north and the east. So it's going to continue, especially heavy. I think you're probably seeing heavy downpours, right, in Paola, anywhere from Lone Star Road over toward Walmart, right? And you're going to see that for about the next 10 minutes. So stay put if you are in those areas for sure. Going a little bit further south, it's been on again, off again in Osawatomie, but Osawatomie has a strong thunderstorm over it right now. I think there's probably a little small hail back here, so between West 355th Street, headed up toward Osawatomie right now. So as we move to the north and the west, I do see another strong one just to the south down here of Ringer, Kansas right now. You kind of have to know where that is. You either do or you don't. So you do now because it's on my map. So let's consider storm motion here. You guys can see how this is moving. Again, that leading edge being our strongest velocities right now. So these are packing a punch from 40 to 50 mile per hour wind gusts and 1/4 to 3/4 inch hail. So good evening, everybody. It's 7:15 p.m. We probably have a couple more hours of this left, if anything. I mean, this really should drop off very quickly towards sunset. It's just a little too early. So the tail end, the southern end of these storms down here has really been able to capitalize on the afternoon heating and pick up some robust thunderstorms down here on the Kansas side. So I would imagine we are going to see some type of bulletin. I don't know, are these things weakening in the last few scans? Maybe a little. Yeah, definitely a little in the last few volume scans. So that's cool. So we will see what gets extended over here onto the Missouri side. But we're looking for that weakening, right? We're getting late enough into the evening that we can look for that. It's okay. But severe warned right now is Lewisburg, Kansas. That's what I'm talking to right now. Your area for the next 29 minutes, you are severe thunderstorm warned for some 60 mile per hour wind gusts. So wind and heavy rains definitely going to be the story of these storms this evening. Let's check winds again. Looks like they've moved through you guys in Aubrey. These are moving along pretty quick, right? So heads up to Belton. Belton, you're not warned right now, but you do have, what do you have up there possibly? These are dropping down. So I'm seeing some 36 to 40 mile per hour wind gusts just off to right here off to the north and the west of Belton. So strong winds at Eagles Landing Golf Course right now, up at Richard Scabar Memorial Airport. You guys know I can't give you better landmarks than that. That's pretty cool. I like that I can do that with this radar. That's great. So this is all right now. This is all west of I-49. But we are going to see some strong wind gusts hitting I-49 here in the next few minutes for sure. So be advised. Appreciate everybody being with me. That's all there is to talk about. I'm keeping an eye on warnings and statements dropping, and that's what we have. This one right now. There's nothing else going on in the region. So off to the west, out toward Ottawa. You guys are done for the night. I don't think anything else is going to find you this evening. I think it's all about Kansas City towards midnight. So we're going to hang out for a little while and see what takes shape over here towards the Missouri side, because we are still seeing some strong wind gusts. Although as those now come across state line, what is left of those strong wind gusts has not prompted another warning. Understandably so. I'm not even picking up those 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts. I just randomly cropped a 42-mile-per-hour wind gust right there. So below 50, likely not going to get extended, and excellent, good news. But these are still going to be robust thunderstorms, moving now north, and east. So good evening to you folks in Lewisburg. I bet the winds have picked up a little bit. Not too bad. You're getting some 20-mile-per-hour winds right there. But you are about to have one heck of a thunderstorm. Should move over you pretty quickly. Out at the cider mill, it's already storming. Let's take a look and see what kind of hail is left in this and how that is trending. So we do still have some hail left in this, okay? Hail right now is out here north of Henson, south of 327th Street. There's South Hospital Drive. Okay, give you a landmark on that. So this is possibly some half-inch hail still. Looks like it is going to come between the medical center, maybe just south of the medical center, and maybe hit 319th Street or 311th Street, or wind up here along Somerset Road, something like that. But I'm looking for weakening. Are we running out of hail? Not so much. A little bit, but I think these guys are going to pack some hail for a little bit longer. So know that. As storms now come into Lewisburg, now starting to come across state line just up here by Jadon. Do see strong thunderstorms now up and down State Line Road. But as of right now, warning criteria not extended over to the Missouri side. Fantastic winds appear to be dying down. You can see that gust front there. Do you see that? It's a little bit harder to see on this radar product, but it is right there. So, so winds are gusting right now. Heads up to Lake Annette and Freeman, headed out towards Prettyman. So heads up Harrisonville. You probably have about 10 minutes before the winds pick up there. But again, no warnings extended for your particular area at this time. So where do things pick up if you have evening plans this evening? I mean, it really picks up south of Martin City there. Oh, there's a great restaurant right there. So if you're up there, you're just about to be clear for the evening, and it doesn't really pick up until south here of the Iron Horse Golf Club, south of Kenneth, right? Here's Country Club at Loch Lloyd. You're about to have a storm, and then you guys are done. Little standalone cell, not so little, right? Belton off by itself. You guys have a severe, not a severe, but you have a strong thunderstorm right now, and I see possibly some hail. Probably right out here just north of 58. So streets I see there, to give a heads up, I do see, oh, there's Menards. Okay, perfect. There is Hampton Inn and Suites. So here's Markey Parkway. So you guys are in the midst of a strong thunderstorm, probably going to pack you a little bit of hail before that is done with you in the next few minutes. Let's keep going south as this now starts to pick up. The same cell is going to drift across I-49, and we'll see what we do have for wind gusts. Not so bad. Probably can expect some 20, 30 mile per hour wind gusts as this hits 49 there. So most of the activity still hanging out here around Wea. You're just about to be done with the worst of it. Bucyrus, you have a little bit left off to your west. Lewisburg, off to the north of Lewisburg, right? So this is about to impact Metcalf Road right at 255th Street. Any hail in there? Let's go ahead and take a look, since this is kind of our interesting area tonight. Not at the moment, but hail is lagging behind. So I think you will still get some hail here up and down Metcalf Road and up and down 69 in the next 10 to 15 minutes. Be anywhere from quarter inch to about probably half inch, maybe just a little bit bigger than that. Moving on to the south. You can see this kind of staggers. So awesome. You're finishing up in Paola. Heaviest activity now is out to the east and south just a little bit along 311th, 319th Street. So overall trend continuing, starting possibly to gust out. This is good news. Warning's not extended over onto the Missouri side at this time. We'll hang out a little bit longer. We'll watch predominantly those winds. We'll see what happens with the hail as this overtakes state line a little bit further on to the south. 30 and 40% rain chances for your Friday and your Saturday. Can't do better than that. I think by and large, most of the time we're dry. We're just looking for a little pop-up showers and thunderstorms for your weekend. Sunday night, I see a pretty good system coming through. I think we'll be doing the same thing. It hangs out a little bit more north and west of Kansas City. I don't know if that'll do anything for you guys over here in the area that we're talking about right now. Sunday night, possibly not. I'm a little bit more confident in west central Missouri for those hours for sure. So where are our strongest winds right now? I see winds picking up south of 247th Street. Probably going to hit you guys over in Cleveland, right between Cleveland and West Line. I think your winds are going to pick up to what do we have for radar indicated winds at least? 45 mile per hour winds. Yeah, 49 mile per hour winds. Yeah, so be prepared for that over here north of West Line along 2 Highway. Let's say that. Probably a safe bet at this hour. So that is what I have. What has popped out here? Anything that we need to know about? That is out of our area. I'm checking all the warnings, make sure that I catch them all for you. Yeah, so we are down to this, and you are severe warned over here in the Kansas side for the next 21 minutes. 21 minutes. The only part of this that's starting to reach across state line is up here to the north of Cleveland along D Highway, just south of Jadon. A stout thunderstorm now reaching 187th Street, right? 195th Street here, just starting to impact D Highway or Holmes Road there. So good evening if you're just hopping on. Again, really, I'm just watching this particular severe warm cell to... I'm not really expecting this warning to be extended. It's 50-50. I've picked up some 40 to 49 mile per hour wind gusts, but it looks like as we get over here into Missouri, I'm watching between Cleveland and Jadon. What I'm really watching is velocities, and ever so slightly a weakening trend. I mean, these are still going to be strong winds, but that will determine with this particular storm whether that warning is extended. So I want to stay on here long enough to talk about that and the areas indicated. But whether it is or not, you do still have a stout thunderstorm headed your way. I'm going to circle Cleveland, Lake Annette, Freeman, all the way down. Actually, probably could keep going, pick up south of Archie. And it's going to be a little bit later for you guys, probably about the next 30 to 40 minutes. You do have what is left of this cluster of thunderstorms, which is starting to drop down in its intensity just a little bit, which is great. But you will still get some heavy downpours. Look at all the lightning there on the backside of this. So lightning picking up big time now. Look at, there's almost a line. So lightning extending big time. Should have a pretty good lightning show headed into your sunset hours between Lewisburg and about Hillsdale Recreation Center there. So all in all, a pretty good sign as we start to reach across Missouri border here. Do see some things popping out in here south of Metcalf Ridge Golf Course, and another pocket of strong wind is back here around 323rd Street. So heads up again, 69 Highway. Here's a good landmark for you, Metcalf Ridge Golf Course. For sure, definitely going to pick up possibly some 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts here in the next 10 minutes. Could also make it over here towards, I would say, Westline and maybe Lake Annette, areas that probably should have a heads up as well. So I'll continue to watch this trend. Continuing not to see anything to be concerned about other than heavy downpours and strong winds. Yeah, it's just going to be all about the winds. And as you can see, that's pretty awesome. We're starting to be done. Here's the done line, right? I was drawing the done line. There it is. This is where the winds really drop off. So if you're in Paola right now, I think you are finished. If you're down here by Ringer, you're just about done. Osawatomie winds are going to drop off pretty quickly for you guys as well. So once the wind passes over you, once that wind lets off, you're finished with this particular thunderstorm. So Adrian, good question. Good question. Yeah, I mean, I like my odds in Adrian. I think you're going to see, I mean, let's just look right now. Off to your west and north just a little bit, there are some strong winds. I think it's going to clip you. It's definitely going to clip Archie, I think. It's been a battle between due east and a little bit northeast. So I think you do have some thunderstorm activity coming to you in the next 30 minutes, 30 to 40 minutes. It's not anything that's worrying me too much right now. So probably some heavy downpours for Adrian, Archie, definitely headed all up and down 49 here. So there has been a little bit of regeneration down here to the south of the areas that we've been talking about. So these are just going to be some very, very small thunderstorms, but they are plenty robust. They do kick up a little bit of wind down there right now. They can even pop up a little bit of hail. Let's see what we have going on. Yeah, some very small hail. So we could get some of that over between, say, Butler and Adrian. But I'm looking for these to run out of gas a little bit. Like I say, yeah, there's our gust front. So I'm going to watch what happens behind that and see if we don't see some weakening. In which case, you're just going to get still some winds, still some 20, 30 mile per hour winds, but heavy rains and a good lightning show. So I do think there is a little bit of gusting out there. I may be using my imagination just a little bit, not much, happening on velocity. So that's a good sign. As of right now, seeing strongest wind gusts pick up here, Jadon D Highway, and they are currently coming in. Yeah, we are weakening. We're dropping down at least. We do have some 40 mile per hour wind gusts, but time we get over here south of Jadon, I don't see much of that anymore. Dropping down maybe into the 30s. So good news there. Plenty stout winds, but not up into the destructive category anymore as we move through your evening tonight. So I'm going to put up side by side again. Don't do that a lot on the live stream because it just kind of makes your screen a mess, but we can watch both here just for a moment and see things like, for example, strongest wind gusts right now south of Belton out to the east of Paola. We can see our gust front here. We can see it has not yet made it over to Archie along I-49, so pretty good way to look at storms if you can sort out all of the confusion with me. So you can see that the wind gusts are just kind of out here in front of this main cell, right? So that's where wind is gusting through the strongest right now. And kind of like what I'm seeing, starting to break apart there and generally a downward trend in our wind gusts as we come across state line here. So all good news there. play them both together here so you can see overall. Yeah, just for example, watching, let's take this little pocket down here, watch and see how that weakens. Good sign. By the time that reaches 69, that'll be nothing. It'll be breezy, plenty breezy, and you will have some torrential rains for just a minute as these drop out if that is your neighborhood. So be advised. We're headed the right direction though. So typically 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts and above warning criteria, but below that, possibly a special weather statement if there's something like hail. But right now, I think we're just into some robust thunderstorm modes coming across state lines. So let's see. That means I don't know how much longer I stay on. I will go ahead and kind of let you know around the region what I see right now. You are definitely done predominantly west of 69 highway up here in to the northern edge of the forecast area, right? Moving down 69 right now, I do see a good thunderstorm moving across 69 via Cleveland, Lewisburg, right over Lewisburg right now. So we could take a look for Lewisburg and let you know what is in the neighborhood. This is what I want to see. You do still have some small hail, possibly, and I think it is strongest down here south of you guys in Lewisburg. So possibly going to see some more hail over here towards West 295th Street. So not surprised right now that I do see a special weather statement. So special weather statement is not a warning, but we can go ahead and tell us what it does see here. Special weather statement, still talking about 50-mile-per-hour winds. They are still possible for the next 42 minutes. So that is going to put us up through 8:15 p.m. and it's going to cover all of these areas off to the north and the east of this particular cluster right now. So it's going to pick up Belton, Raymore, and Greenwood out towards 50 highway, just barely. So that is your special weather statement area for 50-mile-per-hour winds. Definitely think that's possible. Haven't seen near as much of that as I was seeing. So warned is all the way down here. Does it pick up Merwin? I guess it just depends what your address is in Merwin. So here's what I call Merwin. Y and 18, right? But north of Merwin, I do think you will pick up some thunderstorm activity tonight, possibly some wind gusts. So let's take a look at wind gusts one more time. I do see pockets of wind still coming across the same area here. Where are we windy right now? 311th Street, Metcalf Road, south of the golf course. Right, and how are we doing with that? We're looking at still some 40-mile-per-hour wind gusts there in that area. Not surprising. Not surprising at all. So not seeing quite as much activity as I was overall. Seeing some good indications of weakening, but we are weakening from some pretty strong storms to begin with, right? So it's going to take a while for these guys to run out of gas tonight, but they are by and large headed that way. So at this time, the severe thunderstorm warning that was active over there on the Kansas side has been allowed to expire. You now have a special weather statement here in the blue, purple polygon, and that's going to go until, what did I say, 8:15 p.m. for 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Area I think it is likely to impact is probably Lake Annette, Freeman. I do think Harrisonville, there's our gust front, so winds are just about to pick up in Harrisonville, P Hill, Greenwood, out towards 50 highway where it goes into Lone Jack. So that is the area we're paying attention to right now. It's a good sign. Back behind that, you do have one heck of a lightning show going on right now by radar indication until things will start to drop off later this evening. So further to the south, we can talk about that. We've just had these little clusters of thunderstorms. So we can talk about Parker, Kansas right now having a good clustered thunderstorm just passed over you. Another one just off to your west. This may hit Lynn Valley. I think it's possibly going to scoot just a little bit off to the north and the east of you guys there. But there are these little clustered thunderstorms still out there. I mean, look at this little thing. You're driving along 54 highway. I've been down this highway. It's nice. It's Kansas. Boom, you run into this. This is a big thunderstorm right here. Probably even has a little bit of a little bit of a hail core to it as well. So that is going to be the way of it through the next couple of hours. So don't let that surprise you over here for any of these areas for sure. But by and large, all we are dealing with in the region right now is this special weather statement through 8:15 p.m. at 7:36. I think you just continue to have wind gusts. Again, not seeing any big surprises. Wind now, Jadon, Riverview Estates, Harrelson, south of Belton. Missing you guys in Belton. Probably going to pick up maybe clip Raymore off towards Lake Winnebago if wind stays together in this particular storm up in that direction. So that is what I have for you this evening. I think I will go ahead and let you go because I think you know what to expect. If you are north of, let's see here, north of approximately just north of Adrian, I think you will see a couple of thunderstorms rumble through there, but I don't think they're anything. I don't think they're anything you can't handle, Adrian. So north of that, I do think you have some heavy rainfall and probably some 30-mile-an-hour winds at least over the course of the next hour before you are done for the evening. So to everybody, thank you very much for jumping on here and joining me when weather turns severe. And like I say, we're probably going to be doing this again tomorrow. Not so sure that we will toward the weekend, but we'll be paying attention tomorrow for sure. So it is 7:38 p.m. I'm starving. I hope you have a good evening. Catch you later.